Welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Of course, we are here. We're back again. We are live. 10 players. Actually, I'll give you a bonus. 11 players Arsenal need to get rid of right now. Like, the other players in Arsenal, in our squad, we have 25 players registered and 2 left out of the squad. But it looks like we have a whole lineup. I just thought about it and I was like, guys, Arsenal has a whole lineup of players that are actually useless. So we're going to be discussing that position per position, 11 good players that need to get rid of, out of Arsenal for us to go back to the top. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Thanks everybody for smashing the like button. Really means a lot to me. The comments also really mean a lot. And your opinions, the fan camps also mean a lot. So make sure you're smashing the like button. The target is 200 likes, and that has never changed. So we are going to be looking at those 11 players that I think should be leaving the football club. A lot of average players. I've seen Arsenal play on the pitch, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is not happening. Tell me this is not happening. The quality of players at Arsenal is worrying. The quality of players at Arsenal is so negative, so bad. You just can't believe, you just can't believe that Arsenal has players like Mohamed Elneny starting every game. The Arsenal has players like Granit Xhaka who are the backbone of the team. How can Granit Xhaka be the backbone of the team? Let's get down into those players that I think are the ones fit to play for Arsenal. But what are those 11 players that I think should be out? Let us just get into it, right? Let us just get into it. 10 players or 11 players Arsenal needs to get rid of. We're starting right now. So, in the goalkeeping department, I think the truth is Runarsson is not an Arsenal goalkeeper. Runarsson is not an Arsenal goalkeeper. Just trying to look for his name around here. Alex Runarsson. He's not an Arsenal goalkeeper. Look, we got rid of Emi Martinez and we were thinking about money. I know. Of course, he wanted to go. He wanted to leave and so on. And then, we had a chance to replace Emi Martinez. We brought in Alexander Runarsson because the goalkeeping coach thought he is working. Or he had worked with him and so on. That was bullshit. This guy is not a shot stopper. Maybe he has good, playing, ball playing skills as a player, but I don't see him as a shot stopper. I don't see him as a player, as a goalkeeper Arsenal can rely on. So we better get another decent goalkeeper. If Leno gets injured, of course Leno is not in very good form, but if he gets injured, we are in for it. We are just in for it. The next player is Socrates. Socrates Papastopoulos. I know everybody knows this guy. Socrates. One of those defenders, actually center backs, are Arsenal. He has been left out of the squad. And I still ask myself, how do we do business as Arsenal? You leave out Socrates Papastopoulos in the squad, but you had a chance to let him go in the summer. His contract has 1 year. He wanted to live on a free, terminate his contract and live on a free, and you refused. He's getting 90k wages, almost 100k wages. But he is not playing, not Europa League, not anywhere, not Premier League. He's not representing the club anywhere. You ask yourself, you knew that this guy was not going to play football. You knew that this guy was not going to be a part of the squad. Why didn't you let him go? Why didn't we let him go in the summer? But he's an awful defender. Trust me, I don't want him anywhere close to this squad. Anywhere close to the Arsenal squad. So that is another player who wants to go, who needs to go. And I think Napoli can take him. It could be a free transfer. He might go down, to Italy or go back to Germany. I don't think he has a lot of chances of, to go back to Germany because he was at Dortmund. So I don't think he's If he was at a club like Schalke or Werder Bremen, then you think he would go back. But since he was a Dortmund, then I think he would go to countries like Italy or something like that, where they fancy the old age, especially in the centre back, things and so on. So I think Socrates is the other player that should be leaving Arsenal. Seriously. Now, we might agree, we might disagree, but still, I want to know your opinions. I'm going with Chambers as the other player who also has to leave. Callum Chambers. Chambers is no different from Rob Holding. So we either keep one of them or get rid of both of them. And for me, I would rather keep Rob Holding than keep Callum Chambers. He's injury prone, that is one. Yeah, he's a little bit versatile. I mean, he can play as a right back and a centre half. But I don't see the Carl Jenkinson that we signed from Southampton under Arsene Wenger's reign. I don't see. I've taken long without seeing Callum Chambers as a player, as a decent player. So long. One player that I think should be leaving this football club this January or next summer is Callum Chambers. Now, look, I'm not saying Rob Holding should stay. But if we are going to keep one of them, let it be Rob Holding. If we are going to get rid of them, both of them, I have no contentions to that. Both of them need to leave. So Callum Chambers, he needs to leave. And I think Chambers is a player. His quality. I mean, West Ham can take him. Newcastle can take him. Southampton can take him. But clubs like Burnley, I think he can get Premier League football. On a serious note, I think he can get Premier League football. Unlike Renaissance and Socrates, I don't see Chambers fail to get Premier League football, but he needs to leave. He's another player that adds nothing. When you look at him, you're like, what does he offer? Is he that kind of defender that you think you can stand on when your main defenders are injured? No, he's not that kind of defender. And you can see the fan base has never asked for his return. Never. That only shows you how awful he is. The right back, everybody knows who I'm gonna choose. So no wasting time, right? There's no wasting time. Hector Bellerin, for me, it's over. It's over. I was looking at a story last night, and Barcelona's president, one of the candidates to Barcelona's presidency, Jean Laporte, saying that I would want to bring Hector Bellerin if I am voted into power. And then I was like, what? You're using Hector Bellerin, to campaign? Are you seriously saying that they should vote you to bring Hector Bellerin down to Barcelona? Is that a good campaigning strategy? But anyway, guys, look, Bellerin, I've had enough of this guy. Serious note, big man thing. I've had enough of this guy. I just can't take it anymore. He needs to leave. He doesn't have basics. I mean, like throw-ins. He doesn't have. He can't take a throw-in. At least everybody backs me on that. Everybody will say, Kosi, yeah, you're right. He can't take a throw-in. But the other thing is, he was this kind of defender, who could get, forward, very fluid, create a lot of chances. He's no longer doing it. He no longer gets into the box. He no longer whips in those good crosses. So I think he's a player that has lost track. He has just now started attacking the fans. You're not real fans. You're not real fans. Now, look, Hector Bellerin, you're not a footballer. You're not a footballer. A right back who cannot take a throw. We have the right. No, I can't imagine Arsenal has the right back in the league that cannot take a throw in 7 times in the league, before 7 times before the halfway of the season, the man has had 7 foul throws. That's not acceptable. The left back also feels itself very well. I told you it's a whole team. It's a whole team. It is Kolasinac. Sid Kolasinac, the other player that I think was a mistake. Something I got him on a free transfer from Schalke 04, and many of you tried to convince me that when he was in Germany, he was one of the best left backs. Hell no, don't lie, guys. Don't lie. But, I mean, what should I say about Sid Kolasinac? Guys, well, I remember he came on. It was against West Ham. when Kian Tierney got injured. And oh my word, what a nasty performance. What a bad performance that was. But I mean, he's finished. This one is finished. I would sympathize with Bellerin. I would sympathize with Chambers. But Socrates is finished. This guy, if it means terminating his contract to go on a free, do it. If it means paying him to go, do it. Kolasinac, we do not have a backup left back. We don't have a backup left back. Kolasinac cannot play football. I'm telling you, Kolasinac just can't play football. And I think he is one of those players that that already feel the window or the door is open, widely open. Him, Chambers, Socrates, I think they know at some point in time, either in January or in the summer, they've got to leave this football club in peace. In peace. Real talk. So now we move to the midfield, where I think we have a lot of dead wood. But the leader of the people who need to get out of this club is Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka is or was a midfielder that had, I mean, high expectations in his fans. We held him in a high regard. When he was at Borussia Mönchengladbach, all of us thought that he was a wonderful player. No wonder Arsenal went in for him and left N'Golo Kante. £35 million from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Arsene Wenger signing, another Arsene Wenger signing. By the way, if you look at my squad, apart from Lunason, the rest, and Socrates, I think, the rest are still Arsene Wenger signings. So that means we are still dealing with a squad that let Big Arsene down, and we are giving it to Unai Emery. We are giving it to new managers. So Xhaka needs to leave. Xhaka is one midfielder I've not noticed what he does on the pitch in the past games he has been playing for Arsenal. Defensive wise, he's not that good. Going forward, he's so awful. I mean, you ask yourself, what does he do on that pitch that keeps Simon all the time? I just don't get it. So Granit Xhaka, for me, he needs to go. He is finished. His career at Arsenal is finished. Xhaka, I think he can get some football in Germany. If he has if his agent works so well, he can get some football in Germany. He can get some, I think he has the build and physique to play in Italy as well. I don't see him go to Spain or France. So I think Italy and Germany, that's where he can go. But please do let him go. You get me? Do let him go. Make sure you inform the agent and the representatives that he is no longer welcome at the football club. The other player, of course, we have to talk about is one player we have to debate heavily, but still I'll win, is Mohamed Momo Elneny. Now, Elneny came to Arsenal from FC Basel and scored a cracker against Barcelona. And many Arsenal fans thought he was the next big thing. Sorry, he wasn't. He wasn't the next big thing. But he was a panic buy. You get me? He was a panic buy. And I'm telling you, let me tell you, there is an interesting story about Mohamed Elneny, that when Arsenal had gone to Basel, they were not targeting Mohamed Elneny. But when they came back, they had signed Mohamed Elneny. Now, I don't know how they duped us into signing Mohamed Elneny, but that is the story there. I mean, it's just a story, like I told you. But Mohamed Elneny is a hardworking guy. Look, real hardworking guy. He has the spirits. He has the attitudes. He's a good midfielder. But his quality as a player, even when he's at his prime, is not the level and standard of Arsenal. You get me? So I'm not saying he's a flop. I'm not saying he can't play football. But prime Mohamed Elneny is not good enough for Arsenal. Do you get what I'm saying? So facts are facts. Real talk. Mohamed Elneny is one of those players that need to get out of this football club. Seriously. It's amazing how Mikel Arteta thought that you can keep Mohamed Elneny and get rid of Lucas Torreira. And that is when I was like, is this guy even serious? Is this guy even serious? You're getting rid of Torreira and Genduzi to stay with Xhaka and Mohamed Elneny. Again, he is another Arsene Wenger signing. And Xhaka, to get, all together, they're Arsene Wenger signings, and they are not good enough. They are just not good enough. So Mohamed Elneny, for me, I think the time he has played at Arsenal is enough. The time he has played at Arsenal is enough. So we are going to have to debate on another midfielder who's just 24 years of age. And I don't know whether we shall agree or we shall disagree on Dani Ceballos. He's a player that was on fire last season, by the way, as we were ending. I think in the last 4 games, he was on fire. But if you ask me, is Mohamed Elneny, Granit Xhaka, and Dani Ceballos any different? I'm going to say no. How different is he from them? Yeah, there are times when he has good performances, just so or more like Mohamed Elneny. But, at the end of the day, they're going to have awful performances that let the team down. So I think he's not a Premier League or he's not an Arsenal material. He needs to go. He needs to go. I think when his contract runs down, please make sure you do not replace it. And now you're going to tell me, Kosi, this looks like the whole midfield at Arsenal. Yes, it is. And I'm trying to tell you that these warlords are not good enough. You've got to bin them. You've got to throw them out to hang out to dry. They are not good enough. Just look at this team. Imagine, this is a team that can easily get relegated. Trust me. Trust me. Renason, he's a goalkeeper that can concede 100 goals in a season. Kolasinac, who doesn't know Kolasinac and Socrates and Chambers and Bellerin? How much are they going to concede? And then Ceballos, Elneny, and Xhaka, that quality is a relegation. You're into the relegation thing, man. Now, the forwards, I have selected players that you will not like. So let me know among the forwards who actually needs to leave, because at least I can pick this one and I'll say goodbye, Alexander Lacazette. You're gonna tell me, Kosi, are you crazy? He is not so much of an awful player. I don't think he's finished. I think he is getting finished. You get me? I don't think he's finished, but I think he is getting finished. So look, Alexander Lacazette, right now, if you put him on the market, you're getting 25 million, 20 million, right? Get that money. Juventus will want to buy. Atletico Madrid will want to buy. Get that money. Otherwise, next season he's gonna be on. His contract is going to be left with 12 months, and he will stay at the football club. He's getting 180k in wages. That is a lot of money, a hell lot of money. So, you bin him and get a striker who can give you at least 13 goals for 5 consecutive seasons, like Olivier Giroud did. He is not the player we signed. He's not the player we thought we had signed. It's just too disappointing. But he is not. He is not that player I thought we had signed. I was so happy. I was very, very happy when we signed Alexander Lacazette, because I still remember we tried so much to get his signature, but we had failed. Then lastly, we signed him, and I was like, what? Is this even serious? Yeah, it's serious. It's real serious. So I think he's another player that needs to go. Get him off the wage bill. Get him off the wage bill. If you compute how much these guys are getting, it's crazy. Kolasinac 100k, Socrates almost 100k, Bellerin 100k, Xhaka 100k, Lacazette 180k. That's a lot of money. That's a hell lot of money. These players are not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Another man is Maso Glory. Big eyes. His eyes are as big as those of an owl. It hurts me that I have to put him on this list. It really hurts me. It really hurts me that I have to put Mesut Ozil on this list. I don't want to. That's the reason. I don't want to. Because by me adding Mesut Ozil on this list, it makes it a quality list. Trust me. But it's not. But I think when I put Mesut Ozil, I feel like, wow, I mean, then it qualifies to be a non-relegation squad. Yeah? You get me? But his contract is running down and he's getting a lot of money at Arsenal. Being him in the January transfer window is, I mean, even if you don't get any money from him, but if he can leave in January so that you reduce the wages and bring in a player. One of the reasons as why we cannot bring in new players is almost these players are getting, you'll find that, in a week, these players are getting almost 500,000, or 1 million wages. All these players. But look at them. What do they add to the football club? Nothing. Absolutely crap players. So trust me when I tell you that Ozil needs to go. Not in a bad way. I respect him. I rate him. I love him. It hurts me to put him on this list. He's not one of those players that I think, but he needs to go. He needs to go. If the manager is not going to use him, if the football club has turned against him, then there is no reason as to why we keep him. Yeah? There's no reason as to why we keep him. He needs to go. He needs to go. And I think for him, it's even easier. By May, June, like next year, he will not be an Arsenal player anymore. I would say till we meet again. Mesut Ozil, it really hurts me. I'm telling you, real fact, it really hurts me. I think he's a player that when your opponent know that you're playing a squad with Mesut Ozil, they put some respect on your name. I don't know why Lacazette, Ozil, and Aubameyang didn't become the forward we wanted them to be. They should have. We should have seen at least one season with Lacazette, Ozil, and Aubameyang destroying teams in the Premier League. We should have. One player who is excused is Pepe. I have excused Pepe from this list. And I'll go with... I'm thinking about it. If I go with Willian, right now he's not going to go anywhere, is he? You can't cancel his contract. He's on big wages. You can't loan him out. You can't sell him right now. Nobody's gonna pay his wages. He doesn't have a resale value. One of the highest players, paid players at Arsenal again. And then I'm thinking about Pepe, and I'm like, why don't I go with Pepe here? I wanted to excuse him, but I asked myself, why don't I go with Pepe among the players that need to leave this football club? Someone just give me one reason why I shouldn't go with Pepe. Just one reason. Why I shouldn't go with Pepe, to the bin. Bin Pepe. One reason. He looks a totally lost player. A totally lost player. I don't know whether he's going to find himself. But right now, he doesn't seem like, a player who's going to find himself. Totally lost. So for me, these players, guys, they need to leave. Runason, Chambers, Bellerin, Socrates, Kolasinac, Xhaka, Elneny, Ceballos, Ozil, Lacazette, and Pepe. The reason as to why I'm selling Pepe is we bought him at £72 million, right? And in the coming 2 years, you'll not be able to sell him at 20 million. Right now, if you have a club that is interested, if you put him out there and the club comes bubbling with 45 million, you've got to take the loss. You've got to take the loss and bring in a player who's going to work. Or else, use him rightly. Use him rightly. But I think those 11 players, in my opinion, they need to be on their way out of Arsenal as soon as possible. Trust me. I mean, it's my list. I want to know from you guys, who would you bin? Who would you bin? Who are those players you think, those players you can tell me, Kosi, this one for me is not good enough. I just want to know. Players, you can say, Kosi, for me, this one is not good enough. Because For Christ's sake, Kolasinac is an Arsenal player. Somehow, he is an Arsenal player, right? Does it make any sense? Does it make any sense for me that Kolasinac is still an Arsenal player? That Granit Xhaka is still an Arsenal player? It doesn't make any sense for me. I'm telling you. It doesn't make any sense for me. It doesn't. Those players surely need to leave. I'm telling you, those are players that surely need to leave before we think about anything. Before you think about anything, bringing in new players, doing what, you need to get rid of. Because the fact is we have 25, players that I feel are not good enough. I only brought out 11, but I still have more. Willian, not good enough for this football club. Willian, not good enough for this football club. Edin Ketia, not good enough for this football club. And I'm telling you, as an Arsenal fan, I'm one of those Arsenal fans that are totally ruthless. You tell me that, this guy is not doing well, I'm gonna bin them. I'm gonna do away with them. So for me, Granit Xhaka, Kolasinac are as useless as Edin Ketia. As I want a player who can, perform to the standard. That is it. I left out, I left out David Louis. Why? Because I know his contract is running down. But David Louis cannot miss this list. If we had substitutes, David Louis would be on that list, right? Cedric is not good enough for this football club. Yeah, we are crying for him because he is what we have, but he is not good enough for this football club. I'm telling you. Brighton cannot be playing Lamptey and we are playing Cedric and Bellerin. It doesn't make any sense for me. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Leicester City cannot be playing Wesley Fofana and we are playing Rob Holding. It just shows us why we are behind them. Why we are behind these teams. And I mean, the reasons are well explainable. We are not good enough. That as simple as that. We are not good enough. So there are many. I think if you told me, Kosi, how many players need to get out of Arsenal, I would say 30 or 25. Because, I just feel, there are times I feel like, do we even have a quality player in this squad? Do we? And my answer is, look, Pablo Mari, I've seen Pablo Mari play, in some games. But I want Arsenal to have a partnership of Gabriel Magalhaes and Dayot Upamecano, and then I'll be satisfied that William Saliba can sit on the bench. I'm telling you, I cannot even settle for Pablo Mari. I know he's a decent defender. We have not seen so much of him, so we cannot hype him, and we have not seen so much of him, so we cannot just nail him down. But again, he is not that kind of player that I wish Arsenal have. The mighty Arsenal that was using players like Cesc Fabregas, now we are using Granit Xhaka and Mohamed Elneny. It's not acceptable. Not acceptable at this football club. So, look, these players need to go. These players need to go. Before we think about bringing in new players, and I think I love Turkish LDN. I really love Turkish LDN because he has been saying this all the time. I know if you do not follow Turkish, please do. He's on YouTube. I really love his YouTube content. So I follow him on YouTube, especially at AFTV and on his channel called Turkish LDN. But he has been saying this, that the players we have been, the managers are changing, but the players are not. Look, Granit Xhaka was there under the Arsene Wenger era, under the Unai Emery era, under Freddie Ljungberg, Ljungberg's little span, and now under Mikel Arteta. Right? Kolasinac has seen all those 4 managers, and they want to leave him there. Right? Mohamed Elneny has been under all those 4 managers. So at times you think, are we good enough in terms of quality? The recruitment. How comes we have players that are not performing at our level, but we have never thought of, getting rid of them? Mikel Arteta, the man who said Granit Xhaka should stay, the man who said Bellerin should stay, wants to give Rob Holding a new contract, and he wanted to give Shkodran Mustafi a new contract. Hell no. Hell no. You don't know what you're talking about. These players have let 3 managers down, and I'm very sure they're going to continue letting other managers down and the team down in every single game. So if we are going for massive investment, we must go fast for a massive clear out. I've wanted to do this video for so long, but I was like, let me fast wait, right? Let me fast wait. But it is the time it drops. It's the time we talk about the quality of Arsenal. You can compare Arsenal to any side in the Premier League right now. Any side that is above us. Look at the top 10 clubs. Everton have Alan. They have Alan. They have Abdoulaye Doucouré. And they have Sigurdsson in the midfield. Davis and James Rodriguez. 5 quality players. 5 quality players. Can you compare any of those players to Granit Xhaka or Mohamed Elneny? No. So it has reached a time when the quality we have cannot compete in the league. That means we cannot go out to Europe. Last season we finished 8th. This season we might not make it to 8th. Probably next season we are going to make it to 12th, 13th, and then we become like a club that is fully settled in the mid-table. You can't accept that, can you, as Arsenal fans? You just can't accept that. So the recruitment in the past has now had its own impacts. We have gone on to accumulate the poor quality players courtesy of our wrong recruitment. You know, you have Santos as your left back. You replace him with Kolasinac. The man doesn't have any attributes of a footballer. I just, when I look at Kiantiani and I look at Kolasinac, it's hard to believe that both of them play in the same position in the field. Very hard to believe. Very hard to believe. You look at Trent Alexander-Arnold and you think about Bellerin, you want to cry. You think about Sergio Reguilon. That's the quality. That's the quality we should be having at Arsenal. That is the quality, real talk. If Trent plays for Liverpool, Aaron Van Bissaka plays for Manchester United, yeah, Ben Chilwell plays for Chelsea, you've got to bring in a player who fits in that margin. Because look at City, they'll give you Cancelo or Ben Mendy or anyone, but you can see their quality is so different. They let go of Angelino, who I think is not so decent defensive wise, but going up front, he's okay. He's a fine player going up front. But the problem is his defending is awful. He's doing a very great job at Leipzig down there. And someone asked me in the question, in the chat. I'm going to come to that as well. Someone asked me a very good question. Thank you, Matt Bino. Where do we sell these players? It goes back to, how did we buy these players? Where do we sell these players? Look, if you ask yourself, can Arsenal even sell any player for 10 million right now? I mean, those players that we feel should go. Who is worth 10 million? Players on my list. Who is worth 10 million? I think we should revise. Let us just revise the list. How many of them actually can be equal to 10 million? Right? Let's just revise that list. Here we go. We bought Runarsson at 1 million. Yeah? We bought Runarsson at 1 million. So a player we bought at 1 million, yeah, you can't sell him at 5 million. You cannot sell him at 2 million. Probably, if you're going to sell Runarsson, I don't think any club is going to give you 1 or 1.5 million, right? They're going to either give you 900K or, 1 million to whoever wants him. I don't know which club is interested in Renaissance, but whoever, to whichever club would want him, right? Hector Bellerin. Last summer, there were rumors that Barcelona and PSG were fighting for him. Were reported by Costa's Arsenal podcast. We did report those stories. But I asked myself, right now, Hector Bellerin, how much does he weigh? 20 million? Because he's not 30 million. He's not 25 million. He's around 20 million, okay? He's around 20 million. But his value goes on depreciating. For example, if he finishes another season at us, next season, he'll be around 15 million. I'm telling you. These players are not increasing in value. They are actually depreciating. We bought Chambers from Southampton at 16 million. It was still under Arsene Wenger's reign. I still remember very well. And he has dropped so much. Yeah, you can't tell me, because we can sell Chambers. We can sell Chambers at 10 million, probably 9 million. You see, how much a loss is that? How much of a loss is that? It's almost 6-7 million a loss. Arsene Wenger's buying. Socrates is, his contract is running down already. In the summer, he'll be a free agent. So no one is going to give you 1 million or 2 million for Socrates. Let's be serious. For him, he's a free deal. Kolasinac is a free deal. Leverkusen wanted to buy this guy. I just asked myself, why the hell didn't we sell him then? But he is not worth 10 million. Guys, you know that. It's not worth 10 million. Right now, probably 8 or 7 million. If you have a massive buyer who has money to waste. But if anyone values their money, they can't give you 8 million for Socrates. They can't. For what? For what? He's an awful player. Now the midfield is shambles, man. The midfield is shambles. The one man that we once valued at 35 million, I think Granit Xhaka is around 5 million. 5 million if you're going to sell him. If you're going to sell him to Inter Milan or you're going to sell him to what? AC Milan, can they take him? I think they are on fire right now. They do not want to dilute their quality. So Xhaka is not even 10 million, guys. This is crazy. Xhaka is not even 10 million. Partnered with Mohamed Elneny, who is 3 or 2 million now. This is a joke. Look, this is a joke. I'm not saying the money we bought them at. I'm saying the value, because right now, the how well the player plays is, can be seen in their value. And then Elneny's value. He came with a low value, but it has dropped so fast. Thinking fast. And then Ceballos, since it's a loan deal, I don't know what Real Madrid would want to sell him at. I don't know what they would want. Players in Spain have a lucky. They have release clauses. But would you trigger the release clause with Dani Ceballos? I'm not sure about that. Pepe, my man, my boy, my football don. Pepe, 72 million pounds from Lille. Sign Pepe, don't sign Wilfred Zaha. Wow. Well done. Well done. Well done. How much is Pepe, guys, right now? With the kind of football he's playing, is he 72 million anymore? No. Is he 50 million anymore? No. Around 30 million, 35. That's how you're going to sell him. Then Alexander Lacazette, I told you, he still has that 20 million in him, probably 15, 20, 25, around there. Mesut Ozil? No. Let's not talk about Mesut. Let's not talk about Mesut. Let us just leave him. So you can see that the quality at Arsenal already deserts itself. It deserts the club. So no wonder we have such performances. I've seen Arsenal players very clueless going forward. They do not want to take that ball forward because they have Granit Xhaka and Mohamed Elneny in the midfield. And Ceballos, would I blame them? No, I wouldn't. So it looks like Barcelona is not the only club that needs a complete squad overall. No, it looks like Arsenal need the complete squad overall. even bigger than Barcelona. If you know, for facts, if we are going to stay with any players in that squad, they should be around 10. And these are their names. 1, I'll stay with Leno. I'll stay with Ban Leno. I'll keep Ban Leno. I'll keep Ainsley Martinez. I'll keep him for his versatility. But he needs to decide. You know, whenever you play like a mediocre player, that's where you always get on the bench. And for players to get on the bench, it's not easy. I mean, it's not hard. It's not hard. So Ainsley, I'll keep Ainsley. I'll keep Kian Tierney. Obviously, you know I would. William Saliba, you know I would keep William Saliba. I'll keep Gabriel Magalhaes. You know I would. I'm not sure about Pablo Mari. I'm not really sure about Pablo Mari. I'm not sure about Rob Holding. Then in the midfield, I'll keep Thomas Partey, right? I'll keep Martinelli up front. I'll keep Xhaka up front. I'll keep Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up front. Those are 9 players. Who is the other player we can keep to make them 10 or 11? I'll keep Emily Smith-Rowe 10, and I'll keep Balogun 11. So it's a team. I mean, that should even be the team that plays for us, because the quality at Arsenal is so scarce. It's, I mean, not so scarce, but it's easy to see. It's easy to spot out those who are quality and those that are known. But Mikel Arteta never sees that. I mean, he never sees that, right? So, guys, what are your thoughts on that? On those 11 players that I said should be leaving the football club? What are your thoughts on those players? Just let me know. Sorry about that. Sorry about that screen. So just let me know. And I'm going to go through some of your comments right now and see what you have to think, what you think about that, those players right there. No good player can come to Arsenal under Mikel Arteta can increase in value. Arteta is the problem most players are having. Yeah, look, we can say Arteta is the problem, but these players have been around from Arsene Wenger's era. The players we have been talking about have been around from Arsene Wenger's era, right? They have been here from way back when Arsene Wenger was here. They were signed by Arsene Wenger, and their quality has always been awful. So we blame Mikel Arteta, I understand, but not to that extent. Yeah? Not to that extent. Some of this dead wood is not his own calling. Yeah? Ceballos is not wanted by Real Madrid for a reason. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If Ceballos was that very quality player, why do they agree to give him back on a loan deal? If they trusted him, if they valued him that much, but they know he's not good enough. They know he is not good enough. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. What a comment in there. So these players, Xhaka, Holding, Willian, Nketiah, Mustafi, and El Neni. Actually, I think it's Holding that didn't make it to the 11 players, and Eddie Nketiah. The rest are in there. Thank you so much, Andre. Big up. Xhaka 15 million. Xhaka is not 15 million, brother. Who can give you? Tell me, if you are a sporting director and you're signing Granit Xhaka right now, would you give Arsenal 15 million? Would you give Arsenal 15 million? Real talk? No, you wouldn't. Trust me, you wouldn't. You wouldn't give us 15 million. Yeah, however much you would want to, you wouldn't. He played for Betis 12th in the Spanish league for a reason. Yeah. So I think, Dani Ceballos is no longer that kind of player that, we think he is. Hey, big up Kosi, big up Binu. How are you doing, my brother? Mwangu Zidane says, bro, it needs to chase Arteta. Look, yeah, I understand. But even with Allegri is not going to use Granit Xhaka. Allegri is not going to use Socrates. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying Arteta should stay. I'm not here to talk about Mikel Arteta, brother. I'm here to talk about the quality we have at Arsenal. Is it also taking us down the league? Actually, let me tell you, the board has already announced that if we get relegated, players are going to take a 25% pay cut. So that means that our board, the board we love so much, the board we trust so much, is already informed that we are going to get relegated. This is crazy, isn't it? It's crazy, isn't it? The board thinks we are going to get relegated, and they think like that. Come on. Come on. You can't be devising means of how Arsenal is going to handle finances in relegation. Come on. It doesn't make sense at this time. We still have 20 games, 25 games to fight back. Come on. But they're saying the players must take a pay cut if we get relegated. So they are thinking about relegation. But they say they're going to back the manager. If you're going to back the manager, then you're fighting relegation, aren't you? This is crazy, right? Arteta is not the quality to coach a big team. I agree, Dennis. I agree. He is not the quality. He's not the quality to coach a big team. But this must be one of the hardest jobs he has ever had to do, or he will ever do in his career. Trust me, if you're beginning your managerial career and they give you the Arsenal job in this state, it's the worst job ever. Trust me, it's the worst job ever. Worst job ever. I just can't believe if, I walk into that Arsenal, into those Arsenal chambers and a manager right now. You just can't think of yourself, do you? Just imagine right now the mess there. You have 11 players that cannot play football, and they have been at the club for the past 4-5 years. Doing what? Doing what? And that's why I'm saying probably we are overrating Edu. Probably we are overrating Edu. He should be working on letting these players out. That should be his primary concern. Not telling us how we have quality in training. How dare you speak such rubbish, patronizing rubbish, that the team has the team has what did he say? The team has quality in training. He said the quality in training differs from the quality on the pitch. Who the hell cares on, who the hell cares about quality in training? Who cares about that? We want results on the pitch. If the results are not coming, thick and fast, we're going to demand for them. Trust me, Mikel Arteta could be on his way out of Arsenal, but there is a big problem that we have, and that big problem is the squad. This squad has been too long to Arsenal. I've been asking myself, why do these players have so much in common? The reason is they've been so much together at the football club, so they know we have been here for so long. They know each other. They share the same characteristics. They're lazy. They don't play fast football. They do not. No. Not time for Mikel Arteta right now. It's time for the players, guys. Frederick says, honestly, Kosi, which team can buy these players? Yeah, man. I do agree. Just like, you would think about, if you have a club, can you sign any of those players right there? I mean, how many players, in that Arsenal squad do fit in? How many players do fit in? They're not so many. Are they? They're not so many in there. I agree, Frederick. I do agree, brother. I do agree. Much love, though. Thought we thought you were a Manchester United confused man. Why try? Oh my God. How many times have I clarified on that? Please don't spoil my day. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, Joaquin, for the comment. It really means a lot, by the way. NYB comps. No one can afford Socrates, which he doesn't want to take it to take a pay cut to join another club. Yeah. That's the other reason. And actually, Zoom, I was looking at the possibility of Socrates leaving. It was, it just has to be a terminate contract. He wanted his contract terminated so that he could go. Astor wanted 4 million. Then I was like, you'd rather stay with a player because you're not going to get 4 million. You'd rather stay with a player who's not going to play football because you want 4 million. The business at Arsenal is so awful, man. Kosi Chambers is a better player than Holding. I saw him when he was at Fulham. He was their player. No, man. No. I do not agree, Zoom. I do not agree, man. I do not agree. You can come on and defend him. You can come on. It's like when I told you that Edin Ketia was not fit to play against Everton. I told you he wasn't fit, man. He can't battle out those players. He can't battle Yeremina. He can't battle Michael Keane. I told you. You should start Lacazette against Everton because he has the clue. And you say, no, Kosi. He's gonna score a brace. Where's the brace, my brother? Where's the brace? What did he do in that football game? Look, Chambers and Rob Holding, let us not blind ourselves. They do not have a difference. And I would rather stay with Holding than Chambers. I'm telling you. My opinion, big thing. And also, Binu says, I disagree, Kosi, with Chambers. Would rather have Chambers than Rob Holding. Then I would bin both of them. Look, it's my opinion. I love your opinion, guys. But no. I'm not going for Chambers, right? I just don't see Chambers as a player. I just don't see Chambers as a player. I just don't recognize him as a player. I actually want Holding to start. Please add Holding. Yeah. Look, I said I would add Rob Holding. Yeah. I said I do not cherish him as a player. But again, no. I feel the offer player of them is Chambers. I just don't rate him. El Pilo. Change Holding to Chambers and El Neni and El Neni change to Ceballos. That is Farah. Big up my brother. Master need to go before Runason. By the way, yeah, man. By the way, how did I forget Mad Mercy? C says big up Kosi, big up C. Everybody in Kosi's Arsenal army, big up. Smash the like button. That is what we do here. The likes must be 200 per video, 200 and above. That is our rule. That's our game. That's how we roll. 200 likes per video. Smash the like button, guys. Kosi's Arsenal army. Love you guys. Love you so much. Mr. Gunas FC says, but Atletico don't want Herrera, which means he might not be as good as we all thought. Yeah, I don't know what kind of player he is, but under Unai Emery, I thought he had a chance. I thought he was that kind of player that you could use the help. Yes, Ceballos, sack him. Big up Farah. Yeah, I disagree. I do agree, man. I do not disagree. Runason is still young. No need to talk about him. Your Runason is still young. All right, brother. All right. Runason, the Runason army, I'm out of it. The Runason army, I'm out of it. Arsenal does not have a good squad, as we fans might think. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. We do not have that good squad that people rate us. Like people think. We don't have that good squad. Our squad is not that good like you guys rate it. Thank you so much, Mr. Reguna. I told you I would bin 15 players out of Arsenal squad. 15. Real talk. I would just throw them on the street. Hang out to dry. 15. Big up Farah, big up my brother. Big up Jonathan as well. Big up Jonathan as well. SDW Army, Willian on right wing. Yeah, I know many people want to see Willian out. I also want to see him out. I want to see him out, badly, like real badly. Real talk, man. Let me just share the thoughts of my guy. How are you doing, brother?
Hey, Kosi, how are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Fine.
Can you tell me the reason why you think Chambers is better than Rob Holding, and you tell me that Chambers doesn't need to get out of Arsenal before Rob Holding? How good is Chambers? What's the difference Chambers has with Rob Holding, bro?
See, like I said, I think in the comments I have said I would rather sell both of them. But if you are keeping one, I will keep Chambers instead of Holding. That's because you remember the last season when we didn't had any defenders, and from the right back position, like when Bellerin was injured, no one was there to replace him, and Chambers came in and like he did a pretty good job. So like I'm not saying like, very good, like I'm saying like yeah, he has done the job for them. So like before his injury, like he was like our best defender. Before his injury came, he was like our best defender. So that's why I'm saying like, and he's just 24 also. So like yeah, even same as Holding, even he's 24. But the thing is like Holding is just like a championship level. So like even Chambers is also like that. But I'm not saying like Chambers is that kind of championship level. At least you can put him in the squad for score depth. So like you can play, he's a versatile player, so you can keep him like in center back or right back or like in defensive midfielder. You can at least play him in the Europa League games. At least you can give him some strength in there as a score player, but not Rob Holding. At any cost, I would rather keep Chambers than Rob Holding.
You'd rather keep, Chambers than Rob Holding.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I never thought of it. I just think I don't know why I don't trade Chambers. I don't know why I don't trade Chambers, man. I don't trade him. I just don't trade him as a.
Because like we have waited for many years, so that's the reason maybe. And he's too much injury prone. That's the reason.
Maybe. Exactly, because if you're injury prone, you're not a quality player. You're always injury prone. Then why do you why would
like,
I keep?
see if injured players, like look at Usman Dembele, he's injured for a whole year, like but still like people say he's a quality player. I'm not saying like Chambers is like quality player, but I'm saying like for squad depth, like I would take him. I would take him. No problem, no issues with me. Like as a squad, like for example, like if Gabriel and Saliba as a centre back partnership, and like Pablo Mari at the bench and Chambers at the bench. So I will play Murray and Chambers in the Europa League, like how we played. Yeah, it's okay. I don't have any problems with that, to be honest.
Actually, I have so many people defending Chambers. I didn't know this. Because see, Chambers was an aggressive player under Arsene and was pivotal in our centre back last season against Aston Villa.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that comeback was done by from him and Guendouzi. Remember, like last time, like when we faced Villa, like we were like 2-1 down with Maitland-Nice's red card. So we had to keep one defender or a right back. So we placed with Chambers and we played. He scored the goal, and like he gave the long range pass to Aubameyang, which led to the penalty. And with Guendouzi's magnificent passing, so that's the reason. Like I'm saying, like I will keep this Chambers as a squad player.
All right, guys. All right. Jonathan says I miss Sanchez, Ramsey, and Martinez. I mean, they were that was
Martinez replacement was fucking goal. Like in the Martinez replacement, at least we should have got like we should have gotten at least a quality sub goalkeeper. At least a quality goalkeeper. Like we heard from Brentford, David Raya. Yeah, I think he's a quality keeper. Like that, we should have bought like for 50 or 20 million. This is like just like you're buying a 1 million player, like who's in the French league first of all, and who doesn't have the physique to put up a good shortstopper. So that's the main reasons why like I didn't want this Ownerson. Because like if Leno get injured, we are actually done. If Leno get injured, he's the only last thing remains.
Okay.
And like we had to add some more subs in this selling players. Enketia, Holding, Luis. Yeah, Luis is expired next summer, so I don't have issues with that. And Mustafi.
Okay. Ed. Biz says I would rather play Aziz over Ceballos. Elneny Xhaka, at least if he makes mistakes, he learns from them. Elneny Xhaka should not be making mistakes. I mean, I've seen so many people say they would rather play Aziz. The word fool is bad word, brother. Yeah, I know, brother. But the situation in which we are, I cannot use any better words, brother. I know. But I cannot use any better words. We are in relegation, man. We are in relegation, and we have players that are getting almost 1 million, £1 million.
Exactly. Like we should have the board should have told like to the players like you should get like top 4 or top 6, or else your wage would be cut out. Like instead they're asking like for relegation. Like if you can't escape relegation, you have to ask them like if you can't put top 4 or top 6, then you have to cut the wages. Then what's the use of these players?
Man, I was so pissed. I was so pissed when I was looking
Yeah,
at
I'm
that.
also,
How dare you
yeah,
say
I'm also
that?
angry with that.
How dare you say that you're going to cut the wages of players in relegation? I mean, are you prepared for relegation as Arsenal? Are you preparing for relegation? And of course,
Sorry.
here you are saying they should have said, um, if you get up, yeah, man, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. If you cannot get up for cut their wages, just cut their wages. But
Yeah, at
relegation,
least top six, if he can't get, then cut their wages. That's it. Someone is there in the backstage, I think.
they are off. We only have quality in training because Ozil there we have creativity to make it look good. Maybe brother. I cannot disagree. Alexander Anthony says 90% of the Arsenal squad act like kids. The only mature player is Tierney, who actually deserves the captain armband, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't disagree, brother. I don't disagree, Alexander. I
Yeah, I
think
don't agree.
Tierney is a real one, man. Tierney is a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of these players are champion.
Yeah,
All of
true.
these
Like,
players.
yeah, championship.
But
Almost like
look,
5 or 6
by the way,
players are championship.
yeah, but that squad I selected, is good for championship. It can go back to the championship. If you have a manager like Eddie Howe, I mean the championship squad, man.
Yeah.
I support you. That's true. These guys are too lazy playing the ball at the back, wasting time instead of attacking. Big up, Jonathan. Then Keegan says it's not about winning the league; it's about avoiding. This is
Yeah,
another.
relegation, I understood. But the thing is, like, this team is not like a 15 pace squad. That's no excuse for that. At least this team at least should be in seventh or eighth. Okay, if they were in seventh or eighth, I would have truly backed Arteta. Like, if anyone says about Arteta out, I would have backed him till last. Like, if he was in seventh or eighth position or
Yeah,
inside the top 10. Yeah, I would have backed it. Yeah, but
yeah.
this is beyond. This I can't accept it all as this club. This is not like a mid-table club. There's no. This is not like West Ham or anything. So like I can't accept that.
Metariguna TV says these players are just comfortable because they are on too much wages. Do you think that's the case, brother? Do you think we are giving these brothers a hell lot of money, so they're just too comfortable, man?
Yeah, I think so. Big up, Military Gunner. Thanks for the show. Yeah, I think it's true because like when these players get these wages, like see if they have the passion with that, like they should not care about the wages and they should like play for their heart. They're just like they're getting the money. See, yeah, we played, yeah, we lost. Who cares? Like, so we are, and at the end of the day, like we are the getting the money. So like, and you can see just like Xhaka, like he hasn't apologized. Look at Gabriel, like even he made mistake which no one will be harsh on him, but still he apologized, making nice. These are the true passion for the club. And look at Xhaka after doing this horrendous, this stupid mistake, like, and he didn't apologize. That just shows like their wages is part of them because like they just need the money at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. Do you know the app and what did it? Do you know the app and coming start of a queue? Not really getting that. The problem with Arsenal is that they sell good players and they can't replace them. Yeah. By the way, this is one of the problems that I've seen at Arsenal. We sold. Do you know that we sold almost all our midfielders, man?
Yeah, because like first of all, like our scouting is the one we should get fired off because like they are the one who is bringing this trash players. When we are selling this good players, we are bringing on trash players. So scouting is one of the main reasons. Like I'm judging because like they are. I don't know who the people are scouting kind of players like Xhaka, Bellerin, and all.
Just doesn't make sense, bro. Doesn't make sense to me. Mitariguna says Arsenal are not a mid-table club, but we have mid-table players. It's as simple as that. Yeah, man. It makes sense. Zoom, how are you doing, brother?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Looking forward to the game today.
Yeah, man. I'm also looking forward to the game, which I know we do not stand a chance.
Absolutely.
I mean, guys, do you know that it's so frustrating to go into 5 consecutive games when you know you're not going to win?
It is. But when you have City and Chelsea coming up, you just know that 6 points are lost.
Jesus Christ. We have what? We have 1 point in the last 10 games we have played in the league. What, right?
2 points.
Yeah, I think 2 points. Yeah. Yeah, one draw against Southampton and one was like whom I forgot. Yeah, Leeds.
Guys, let us just talk about this. Give Granit Xhaka another chance, and why not Ozil in the squad?
Stop.
How
Please
many
stop.
chances you want
Please
Xhaka?
stop. Please stop. Give Xhaka another chance. He's having a laugh.
How
He's
many
having a
chances
laugh,
does he
mate.
want?
How
Granit
many
Xhaka?
chances he need? This is same guy like who cost 2018 our Premier League season with a penalty which led us like not getting the top 4. Remember like the last time like for Unai Emery's first season, like the last game of the match against Brighton, like he's the one who considers the penalty which cost us the top 4. And another thing, like due to his fucking attitude, like how many chances you have to give this guy?
I just ask myself. There's some fans that I talk to. Some people come in the comments here and they say, Granit Xhaka needs another chance.
Another chance. Another
chance.
Do you
For
want to
what?
give the man 20 chances? He threw the
And one more
captain's
thing, like
armband.
since he
We gave him another chance. And then he got the red card and he didn't apologize. And you want to give him a third chance?
and ever since he came to this club, we haven't reached a top 4 Champions League spot.
I mean, it just doesn't make for me, brother. It doesn't really make any sense for me if someone tells me that, man like Granit Xhaka needs another chance. But, to keep Granit Xhaka, I would keep El Neni, man. I just keep El Neni instead of Xhaka.
I'd keep El Neni too.
Yeah, I'll keep
El
Neni.
Xhaka, yes.
We
could get about 12, 15 million for Xhaka.
Yeah, possibly.
12, but who could give you possibly 15 million for Xhaka? I mean, which club?
15 million for Xhaka.
15?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Yeah, we can, because like his market value is something like 25 million. So at least like we can get 50 million for him. Like maybe Inter Milan is too much interested, I think. So like if we can get
Xhaka's not as bad as you think. He's not a 5 million player. He's a 15 million player, but he's not at the level for Arsenal.
Just suggest for me 3 clubs that can buy Granit Xhaka. 3 clubs where I can go. 3.
West Ham, if Rice leaves. If
West Ham,
Rice
no,
leaves,
you can't replace Rice with Xhaka, Zoom. You can't. That is incomparable.
Okay, Inter Milan.
Inter Milan.
Are reportedly waiting
Inter,
up,
but of course, Inter is not going to give. It's not going to give you 15 million. They'll give you 10.
Okay, no problem. I would sell him like 10.
The other club where Xhaka can go?
Mönchengladbach.
No, I don't think he can go there because I think they have the player Zakaria. He's a quality player. If we can do a swap deal, better.
Maybe if they are selling Zakaria.
Yeah,
I would love Zakaria at Arsenal. I would love him.
Yeah, he's a baller. He's a baller.
Yes.
Real baller, brother.
Imagine him next to Partey. What kind of partnership it would be?
Yeah, but look, guys. Again, if you talk about Borussia Mönchengladbach, Gladbach is not good at signing players at 15 million. They basically sign their players at 7, 8, 9, 10 million. They groom the talent and then they sell them at high price.
To be honest, 7 million, 5 million, I don't care. Just get this man out of the club.
Guy. And where would you sell right now? Where would you sell Alexander Lacazette? How much would we sell Alexander Lacazette if we're going to sell him? Because we should actually
5 million
25
to Atletico.
No, I don't think Atletico want strikers. They already have strikers.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
only
think so.
They were linked with him in the summer.
yeah they were, but then they
Yeah,
signed
that's
Suarez. They signed Suarez.
yeah. They signed Soares. That's because like they didn't get him. So I don't think now they will like target again.
Juventus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Juventus.
good.
I think Juventus.
Retirement FC. Juventus is basically another the Italian Arsenal. Retirement home FC.
I know, brother, but look, if you're selling Laka to Juve, probably they're gonna say, why don't we get him the way we got Ramsey? Time on a contract, and then wait for his contract to run down and get him on a free. So I don't think they're going to give you 25 million because his contract is running down. He barely has 2 years on it.
Yeah, I heard Roma wants to sign him because like Xhaka is old now, like 33, 35, I think. So like yeah, maybe Roma can buy him, but I don't think they will give that much money. Maybe 20 million maximum.
One
20
player
million?
I disagreed with you, Kosi,
Yeah,
is Pepe, Nicolas Pepe.
and I'm going to give you my reason.
How dare you put Nicolas Pepe in that 11?
And I left Willian.
Absolutely. You left Willian.
I wanted a debate. I wanted to spark a debate, but the other reason why I put Pepe, guys, is I believe Pepe is going to be another Alexander Lacazette. You're gonna keep him.
He won't.
He
won't be.
Listen.
He won't
feel like
be.
he's going.
Utilize
feel
him
like
in the right way. Utilize him in the right way. Yeah, go on.
I think we are going to keep him, feel like he's going to perform to a higher level, and then he fails us and becomes another Alexander Lacazette. For me, sell him when you can, and get all the money you can get out of him.
No, Kosi. You're getting it the wrong way. The wrong way.
Mm. What do you think?
Another player I disagreed is Callum Chambers.
Yeah,
Callum Chambers.
I saw you see the comments.
How did you put Callum Chambers in the mix with Kolasinac and Bellerin, whilst the man has not played for 2 years, and he was Fulham's Player of the Year when he was on loan?
We are not Fulham, brother. We are not Fulham. We are Arsenal.
He's better than Rob Holding, Mustafi, David Luiz.
Is he good? Is he good enough? Is he good enough for Arsenal?
He is.
No, brother. No.
He is a good squad player.
I can't agree.
He is a good squad player.
People in the chat is, for me, I can't put Chambers on my bench. I can't.
I'm sorry. I disagree.
Look, actually, you're two people who defend Chambers, and I'm telling you this, guys. For me, this if I want to have Saliba on the bench, right? I would have William Saliba on the bench and play Upamecano or play Upamecano.
Upamecano. You're talking like we're Real Madrid.
Listen. And I'm telling you, that is the level I see Arsenal at. These players we are defending are not good enough, Zoom. These players we're defending are not good enough. I'm telling you real facts, man.
No.
Chambers is not good enough for us.
You're getting it the wrong way. You're talking about Upamecano in an Arsenal shirt.
It's possible. Why not? Why isn't it possible? They say they're going to back the manager. So probably we can get Upamecano in January, man.
Back the manager? They said that they'll back the manager for 3 years. And we haven't seen a bloody change. It's been 3 bloody years. And the only players we have signed, good players, are Nicolas Pepe, Partey, and Gabriel. And they baffled that they'll support the manager.
You see, like last season, I was like, we could have gone for a Malangsa. I would settle with Malangsa, but I wouldn't settle with Chambers. Yeah, he went Chelsea on a free, and then I think he went on loan to FC Porto or something like that. But Mr. Reguna says Issa Diop, West Ham, is a very good defender, and he says Chambers is not good enough. Look, guys, I don't trust Chambers. I don't rate Rob Holding, but I also don't rate Chambers. I don't see him as an Arsenal quality. No, not Arsenal quality,
If
brother. Not Arsenal
he
quality.
plays today, I would like to talk to you after the match. If he plays today, because I know his qualities.
Yeah. Of course, we are always here after the game. We are always
I know
here.
his qualities. I saw him at Fulham.
Listen, Pepe is a good player, but he also has no quality to play with. Like, what it means, he's a good player, but he doesn't have the supporting quality to, like you have a good midfield, you have good players that can actually, always, support him. Maybe I can agree with that. But for the time, for all the time we have seen Pepe, for me, he's not promising. That's what scares me a lot. He's not promising. He's not a promising player, man.
He is.
No.
Every time Pepe gets the ball, the manager from the opposing team gets scared because he's the only player in the Arsenal shirt that can create something out of nothing.
A question comes in. Here is a question. How can you rate Chambers when Mustafi was ahead of him in this
squad? Ask Mikel Arteta, not me. Don't ask me.
Oh my God. Now, big up Dinero. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you, bro.
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Let me just ask you before you tell me anything you want to say. How do you rate Chambers, brother? How do you rate Chambers?
Do you know what? He had a good spell when Arteta came in, but I see him as another Jenkinson. I don't rate him at all.
A Jenkinson.
Yeah, he reminds me of like I see him. I don't see Arsenal quality as because he was saying. I just see
you lot are mugs. You lot are mugs.
Yeah.
You know what? No. Dinero.
Chambers. Yeah. He's not a. He's really like to play Arteta ball. Like he's not that type of defender that will he comes the ball on the ball like with his feet. He's just an old school defender who just defends. But now it's time to change. We need defenders who can play on the feet, who can pass the ball, and he's not. Yeah, he's just not. He doesn't do it for me, to be honest.
No, trust me, Dinero. We are on the same page. For me, I don't feel anything feel anything for Callum Chambers. I just don't feel anything for Callum Chambers. I don't know whether you never rated him right from the start, but I've never rated him as a player. Never.
Yeah, it's he's not that. He's never shined for me, to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah, me too, brother. Me too. He doesn't shine for me. A question to you people: Wenger played Mustafi over Chambers. Emery played Mustafi and Luiz ahead of Chambers. Now Arteta is doing the same. Why is that so? Oh, please do answer. Please do answer us. Zoom. That question goes to you, brother.
First of all, Callum Chambers is a player that has suffered injuries over the years. And this question should not be asked to me because I'm not the one making the decisions. Because if I was manager, Chambers would start next to Gabriel.
Chambers.
Nolan the mug.
Chambers starts next to Gabriel. Oh my God. Nolan, big up, brother. How are you doing?
Big up. I'm back.
We are here on players that should leave the football club, by the way. Let me first ask you about how do you rate Chambers? Is Chambers that good of a player to you? Do you agree with Zoom? Should he be playing with Gabriel in the centre back partnership?
Yes. I am Arteta, as you know, but the only problem with Arteta is that he's not playing my man Chambers, because the only problem, people tell me that if you remember Zoom was lying to us, speaking Italian and saying that he was watching the French league. Now, I'm telling you, Cozy, Chambers is better than Saliba. Saliba ain't the Mbappe of defenders. So please come down, everybody. I'm just here to let you know that Chambers is very good.
Chambers is better than Saliba.
Yes, he is. Miles ahead. Miles ahead. Saliba is a project. And a project takes time. And I think he could develop into a world-class centre-back. But right now, he ain't there. I have seen a lot of him, as I have told you last time. Right now, he ain't there.
I had a stroke here.
Guys, let's just talk about this. Dinero, Saliba, Chambers, are they even comparable?
I mean, we got to compare them. I mean, look at Saliba, comfortable on the ball. Like, you know, if the keeper passes it out to him, you're not panicking that he's gonna get closed down and he's gonna panic. Chambers, if the keeper passes in the ball, you're scared. He's probably gonna just boot it out. Saliba will keep the ball. And
I don't agree with man. I don't agree with man. Chambers played as a CDM for Fulham, if you remember. And so Chambers is better than Saliba with the ball on his feet and can break those presses that teams like Man City and Liverpool can attack us with.
The question is, have you seen him do that at Arsenal?
Nah, mate, nah. But we haven't seen enough of Chambers. Have we seen enough of Chambers? Saliba just has clips. I don't know. He just has clips. He's like Neymar. You don't see it on the pitch. He has good clips, good moments, but he has mistakes in him. And I have seen it last year because I watch a bit of the French league because I support OM.
Yeah.
Because I'm French. So Saliba is a talent, but needs to develop. By Chambers, I've seen him with Fulham, and he's a pretty good breaker, and he could improve our side, in my opinion.
For me, I think it's different to play for Fulham, and it's different to play for Arsenal, guys. It's quite different, man. It's quite different.
It's the same bloody league, and the same bloody player.
You don't have much pressure in Fulham, man. You don't have a lot of pressure at Fulham.
How don't you have pressure on when you're playing for Fulham whilst you're battling relegation?
I mean, even if you get relegated, do they care?
Kosi. I don't agree with the fraud Nolan.
No, mate.
He's saying that Saliba is the worst player than Callum Chambers.
Than Chambers. I also don't agree,
yes,
man. I don't agree.
I don't agree
because I've seen the quality that Saliba has.
This man has an agenda against Saliba.
Nah, mate. He never seen him and he wants to talk. YouTube, he just goes on YouTube and types Saliba and wants to talk with me. Mate, do your research. Saliba makes mistakes. And I've seen him a lot in the French league. Mate,
like any of course we can't say that Callum Chambers is flawless. We can't say he's flawless. I mean, he also
he's not flawless.
Yeah. He makes mistakes, man.
He makes mistakes. But
every defender beat Carlos Puyol. Beat Carlos Puyol, beat Vidic, beat Ferdinand, beat Tony Adams. They make their mistakes. They have their weaknesses as player. And you've got to agree. But
not in the Farmers League, Cozy. Not in the Farmers League. Not the mistake he was making. French League is the Farmers League. I see it. Paris Saint-Germain. It's a walk in the park for them. They wipe the whole team. Each year, they buy the talent. They loot the French League. So I watch the French League because I support OM. Saliba makes a lot of mistakes. Fofana was the better of the two. Even the price tag suggests that. If you look at Fofana, let me finish, mate. Let me finish. Bloody Italian speaker. Let me finish.
Yes, Nolan.
Arteta knows football. I know he knows football because he's not folding under the pressure of putting Saliba in the team. Because me and him and everyone in the French league, we have seen the same thing. That's why I'm Arteta in. He doesn't do anything because for the fans. He is like Arsene Wenger. He's the second coming of Arsene Wenger, and I will support him until we won't get relegated. So until we reach top 10, and then next season we can improve. Because this is a project like Saliba. Saliba is a project.
Shut
so
up,
is
you
Arteta.
undercover Spurs fan.
No,
Shut
mate.
up.
Oh my
No,
God.
mate.
Because all you want
Guys,
is
No,
go
Nolan,
on, go on, Coach.
Nolan Zoom. Before that, Philip, brother, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Yeah, this looks like a debate that is. I thought it would easily end, but it doesn't. It's not ending easily. How much have you watched Saliba? Do can you compare the two? In your opinion, who is the better player, Chambers, Saliba?
I have to go Chambers because Saliba right now, he's not even experienced. Like people are
Shut
saying
up,
he's
Philip,
good.
shut up.
Are you
Shut
shush,
up.
man? You
What's
schmuck.
the
Yeah,
man?
look at you, man.
What's a
Wait,
man?
Zoom. Fast wait.
What's a
Shush,
man?
man.
Yeah.
Schmuck.
Zoom. Fast wait. Yes, Philip.
I think Chambers is better right now because Saliba, no one has really even seen him play. Everyone's going off like little highlights, and even though people are saying Saliba and Fofana were a good
Undeserved.
duo, but and people were saying Fofana are much better than Saliba, and it shows because at Leicester, look how good he's playing. But Saliba, Arteta can easily see that he's not even good enough to play in the Carabao Cup because he would have played.
Smart
Nah,
man.
but he hasn't. Saliba hasn't even had the
What
chance
a
to.
smart man.
Dinero. Yes, what do you have to say, Dinero?
Yeah, that's a good point. I would say
Thank you.
the only way Chambers beats Saliba is experience. That's it. That's all it is. But
Yeah.
ability-wise, you can't knock the man. The guy's got everything.
Nah, mate. Nah, you haven't seen Saliba bloody play. And I'm telling
Nah,
you now,
okay.
I've seen him play. He makes a lot of mistakes, man. I'm telling
Let
you
him
now.
finish. Let him
Saliba
finish.
makes mistakes.
Yeah, let him
Let
finish,
him
man.
No.
Nolan.
Bloody shut
Nolan.
up, you little
Let
mug.
let
We're
Dinero
talking.
finish. Yes, Dinero.
We're talking potential-wise. Saliba had higher ceiling than Chambers. That's facts. That's it. That's it.
Zoom.
Simple as.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom. So it is the experience that Chambers beat with Saliba. You agree now?
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, the experience.
Yes.
But yeah, so probably if Mikel Arteta gives Saliba a chance, then we shall get to know more. Because I don't want to lie, these guys have a point. I don't want to lie
They
that I've
don't.
watched.
They don't.
Look, I've seen Saliba play not more than 5 times. That's the truth. Not more than five times.
I've seen him play.
I've seen him play.
for
I've
Celtic,
seen
yeah.
him play Cozy 25 times, and he has been shocking 5 of those times. On 5 of those times, he has been making a lot of mistakes.
Complete
Clear
lies.
mistakes that will be punished in the Premier
Complete
League.
lies.
In the
Complete
Premier League, Cozy,
lies.
they would be slapping us
Complete
out.
lies.
Slapping us out.
Nolan,
Zoom
Nolan,
Arsenal,
please.
please shut up.
Nolan, please.
Shut up, mate. Shut up, mate. I'm sick and tired of your bloody prat mouth saying Arteta out here. Get out of here. Shut up. Let me talk. I've seen him play 5 times. And I'm telling you, Cozy, I've seen him play 25 times. And in those 25 times, he has made 5 big mistakes that will be punished in the Premier League. And that is not acceptable. We would have murdered him if he was at Arsenal right now playing. We would have insulted Arteta because he was playing him, and Arteta has done the right thing. Chambers, I don't know why he's not picking him, but he has his own reasons. And I'm not on the training ground to suggest that Chambers is also better than Rob Holding. So I don't want to judge the man, but I'm telling you he's better than Saliba. That I know.
This
Definitely.
man will come tomorrow and say that Pepe is better than Ronaldo. It's a joke, this man.
Cozy, I got a question, Cozy.
Yeah, man.
If wait, are you Arteta in or Arteta out?
Arteta out.
And if Arteta gets sacked, who would you replace him with?
Probably I've always been an Allegri man. But if Allegri cannot come, then I'll go for Brandon Rodgers if he can,
Why
step up.
Brendan Rodgers? When
What
you
about
can
Eddie
have
Howe?
Pochettino.
Eddie Howe? Wait, Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe.
Yeah,
Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe.
No, man. No,
As
no, no, no,
interim.
no, no,
As
no,
interim.
man.
No,
No, man.
I'm Arteta
No,
in, but
no,
Eddie Howe
no,
is the best.
What about Poch?
It's the best
No
of
one
the
Yo-
best.
asked Nolan. No
No,
one
look,
asked
Pochettino.
Nolan.
look,
No, I'm Arteta in, mate. I'm Arteta in, and you can be Arteta out.
No
And
one
I
asked.
will be Arteta in,
Nolan,
and
no
I'll
one
stick
asked.
to my stand.
No
No,
one
no.
asked.
This is the project. Believe in the project. Believe in the man,
Wait,
and he will pay us back.
wait.
No. Okay.
Let
Okay.
Go ahead,
Philip
go ahead.
speak.
Nolan. Okay,
Let
guys,
Philip speak.
Philip, continue.
Um,
Eddie
Well,
Howe. You're still
Eddie
saying Eddie Howe. Do you rate him?
yeah, I do, because he took Bournemouth from League Two. They were relegation fighting in League Two, and he took them from League Two all the way to the Premier League in like the space of 5 years.
Look, guys, for me, my problem with these guys, Big Sam, Eddie Howe, Slaven Bilic,
But I still think we should put Allegri.
Tony Pulis, my problem is they can do well at West Brom. They can do well at Crystal Palace. They can do well at Newcastle. But can they manage a club like Arsenal? Because
Well said, Kofi.
the ambitions,
Well said.
the ambition of these clubs are far, far, far apart, man. They're far apart.
It's true.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't believe. I've never believed in Eddie Howe. By the way, I saw him as even lower than David Moyes, because I thought David Moyes, because he was at Everton for that time.
Nah, Kosi.
Look, we need to put some respect on David Moyes' name, man. He managed that Everton side for so long.
Eddie Howe is a good manager.
Better than
my
David
opinion-
Moyes.
Absolutely.
No,
Pochettino-
man.
I think so as well. This is the first season that David Moyes is actually doing good in. United got sacked. West Ham got sacked. Everton, he got sacked.
No.
No, he didn't get
David
sacked
Moyes
at
is a
Everton.
class manager.
He didn't get. No, he didn't get sacked at Everton.
He didn't get sacked.
He didn't get.
Knowledge for
Yeah.
He finished
It
7th, and
matters-
United wanted him. Yes.
Yeah. He was good, by the way. I mean, he was not competing, but he made Everton that fierce side. You could always get terrified to play Everton.
Yes.
But I still
True.
think Eddie
He
Howe
had,
could be
I'd
more
rather
he
get
had,
fit
Arsene
That's a
Wenger.
point. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'd rather get Arsene Wenger back than appoint David Moyes.
I would get
No,
Arsene Wenger back if you wanted to.
Do you know what? Yeah.
No. Who wouldn't get Arsene Wenger back? Because we have learned our lesson. Because our owners are absolutely shambolic, and he was a masterclass of a manager. And I've said my sorries to the man, to the god, Arsene Wenger, and I've said sorry to him, because who wouldn't take Arsene Wenger back? I would.
Yeah, exactly. With Arsene Wenger, everyone was complaining about coming 5th place every season, and now we're relegation fighting now. And last season we came 8th.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. By the way,
I was never Wenger in. Just to be clear,
I reached a time when I was not Wenger in as well.
I think he was a good manager, but he just didn't get the right players. If he got if the recruitment was right, we would have went far. But the downfall was the players in the end, really, that he chose.
No.
Decided to back.
It's the board. The downfall was the board. They wouldn't give him the money necessary that we can compute. United spent over $1 billion since Sir Alex Ferguson left. How much have we spent?
But guys, let me ask
even a
you.
fraction of that. It's ridiculous.
Guys,
Absolutely ridiculous.
Guys, look at this. Is it, could it also be a point that Arsene Wenger had reached and his tactics were done? Because by the time he left Arsenal, he had Aubameyang, he had Lacazette, he had Ozil, he had Ramsey. I think he had, I think by
Unai Emery
Alexis
had the same
Sanchez.
players.
Don't forget
Yeah,
Alexis Sanchez.
I mean,
Unai Emery had the same.
it looks
players,
like.
and he couldn't do nothing. Nothing.
Because
Absolutely
Arsene Wenger was a master of a man, a genius of a craft. He's even better than Sir Alex Ferguson. Because Sir Alex Ferguson spent a lot of money.
No,
because
man. No.
I agree with my
No,
brother. Yes, let me finish. Let me finish.
Alex
Ferguson
Let me
is the best man in
finish,
the
mate.
world.
all day.
No, let me
Okay,
bloody
fam.
finish and let me explain. Sir Alex Ferguson spent a lot of money. He bought Wayne Rooney at his prime. One of the he has broken English transfer windows, English record, transfer fee record after
Yeah,
English
yeah,
transfer fee records. How many
yeah.
times have Arsene Wenger broken that record? None.
Actually, I would agree with Nolan. Sir Alexander Ferguson reached a point where he could sign any player he asked for.
Yeah,
Carrick,
Robin van
Ferdinand,
Persie.
Vinny.
They
You can't
saw
compare
Robin
them
van
two.
Persie.
You can't compare them two.
Exactly.
Nolan and Kossi, please. Please
Zoom,
don't.
zoom,
Yes,
Please
you
don't.
can. Yes,
zoom.
you
You
can,
can,
bro.
you can, bro.
You
You
can.
can, bro. You can, bro.
You
They were at
can.
the same
The
level.
money is not the
They were
same.
at the
The
same
money
level.
helps a
Maybe
lot.
the winning was different. You know, you can talk about the silverware, but me, I think Arsene Wenger was as quality a manager as Ferguson.
Yes,
He was.
because Ferguson both stole Robin van Persie from us, and he won the league. If you remember, Cozy. I don't think he would
Yeah,
be
man.
that old
Yeah,
as me,
yeah.
but he stole the league. He stole the league from us that season by buying Van Persie. We had a lot of good players, but we lacked a number 9 that he bloody stole from us, and he helped them win the league. And I was heartbroken. So that shows you the importance of money and the power of money that gets you silverware. Without money, Sir Alex Ferguson, I'm sure he wouldn't even win half of his trophies. That's for sure, and that's a fact.
Look, who should I go for? Binu, Binu, what do you think? What do you think? Are those two managers, you know, separated by far in class, or you think it is the money that made one a winner and the other, you know, crippled?
It's like difficult to say because if we are discussing about that, it will take a long time. So better discuss what's the issue with us right now. So we have to let's talk about this our issue right now, the current issue, because we don't know whether it's like a half divide of the fans. Arteta out, Arteta in, half divide. So we have to talk about that.
Yeah, man. I understand, but you know, for me, if we talk about Arsene Wenger, then it determines it tells us something more, because one of the almost, you know, we have almost 10, 15 players that Arsene Wenger had way back in his squad, and they're still around. I told you the squad I selected today, the lineup, we had almost 8 players out of 11. Arsene Wenger players, and
But Arsene Wenger,
somehow we
Cozy.
squeezed football.
No,
Yeah,
but Arsene Wenger had Alexis Sanchez, Ozil at his prime, Ramsey at his prime, Aubameyang at his prime, not the Aubameyang of now who has got money and he has Foden. So he had a lot of great players, and that's the reason that Mikel Arteta is doing so bad.
Philip,
Why is it?
what do you think?
Think of what? Arsene Wenger?
Arsene Wenger, Sir Alexander Ferguson, and then the fact that Mikel Arteta has inherited the same squad that Arsene Wenger had, but this time the players are no longer in their prime.
It is true, to be fair. Arsene Wenger had all the players that we have now at Arsenal with Arteta is when they were with Arsene Wenger, they were at their best period of their career. And now that we've kept those players and haven't even got rid of them, it's showing we're struggling now. Now we're every transfer window, even if we sign 1 or 2 good players, we're still demanding more and more. We're never happy with the transfer window. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yes,
It's not that we're
Dinner.
not happy with the transfer window. It's that we don't bloody spend enough. Hussein Aguar was there to be getting, and that was Arteta's biggest want. He was praying with his wife on his knees, please get me Hussein Aguar. But the board didn't
Oh man,
perform.
yeah.
He doesn't get back.
Fans, I heard them say, but Arteta's fan, United fan, I heard them say they had one of their worst transfer windows. And you know how much they spent? They spent over $70 million. Over $70 million.
You see,
And they're telling me they had bad transfer windows. How much did you spend?
About 70 billion as well.
But we finished 8th and they finished 3rd. And they were saying that was their worst transfer window. That was our best. best transfer window at Arsenal was getting those two players. So it's not comparable to the other Premier League teams because
Yeah.
we are not spending enough. When
Yeah,
Fulham
that's a
has
good
spent
point.
more than us, it says something. I think it says something. It says the state this club is in, and I don't agree with Arteta out like Zoom Arsenal criticizing. The man
You know,
has problems. He needs to
my
fix.
you know, for me, I'm not blindly Mikel Arteta out. I say Mikel Arteta out for one of four reasons. One, he says he wants to have non-negotiables, pick players on merit. He doesn't do that. He doesn't pick players on form. He has favoritism. Picking Willian always when he's doing well. Picking Bellerin when he's not doing well. Those things. The other thing is you don't see an element of a manager on the pitch. We never have a game plan. We always go out there, pass sideways,
No, we have a game
bring
plan.
we never had game plans, man. We never have game plans. This is for real
Cozy,
talk.
All we do is
We never
cross
have
the ball in
to
the box.
implement the game
no,
plan.
we approach Manchester United the same way we approach Burnley, the same way we approach Tottenham, the same way we approach Manchester City. You don't tell me that you have a game plan. You don't tell me,
Yeah.
man.
No,
He
I
has a
want
game
you
plan.
to
Let me
tell
tell
me
you why he
what
has a game
what
plan.
Arsenal's game plan
You
is.
need the players to implement your game plan on. If we had to go to New
Yeah.
Zealand war and we were in this state, I would have said Arteta out because that
No,
would be ridiculous. Because
no.
now every time when you look at Arsenal, Troop said we are like Beyonce to the left, to the left, to the left, because all our
Yeah.
best players are on the left side.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what?
So
Do you
the
know what
team
I think
just
it is?
shut the left side down, and we don't have threats in the middle. Because what can Danny Ceballos create? Nothing.
Yeah.
What can Xhaka create? Nothing.
Yeah.
He can only get red cards and bloody. So once he choke slam players, he thinks he's in the WWE. I don't know what he's man thinking. He's crazy. We have no one plays except of Saka and Oba. So they just shut the left hand side and we lose games. And we say it's Arteta's problem. How can Arteta play otherwise when we only have two creative players in the whole
Nolan.
10 in the whole team?
But
Nolan,
United
Nolan,
have
Nolan,
6, 7
Nolan,
players.
Nolan,
Nolan.
Nolan,
Yes.
Nolan. Edu said that when you look at the quality in training, it is so much bigger than the quality, on the pitch. Why don't we see that quality on the pitch?
Because
Who's not
we
playing?
don't see that quality because the bench is as shit as the first team. How can if Arsenal players play against League Two players, I can assure you they will be world class. So it's not. So it's not. So he's a madman. I don't know what he's thinking.
You want us to play League Two players for players to show their quality?
Yes, because that's what Edu is saying. Because the bench is shit. The first team has to when they play against them, they have to be good. Every
And
team
I
is
also-
good depending on the levels.
I also do think as well, yeah, Arteta's kind of lost the dressing room. I think he's coming as a new manager and he started acting out of his character to be like, listen, I'm going to act like a head teacher, which is not him. And I think the players have saw through him and they're just not playing for him. You can just tell. Because the difference between at the start of the season, you saw, everyone is pressing, everyone's fighting. But now, when you look at it, no one's really doing that. There's only one or two players that's trying to, press with the ball. But you just the dressing room. You can see that there's something there. Like he's lost them.
I do agree, mate. I hear what you say, but that is not Arteta's problem. We have Messi Ozil is a bad influence on the side. We have to get rid of him because I can tell you he's calling his mates, his friends at Arsenal Football Club, and he's a negative influence. You don't have to play to be a negative influence. If like Ozzy said, if we put William on the bench, we spend 250,000 every week on his wage. He will be another bad influence on the side because players who get more money are most of the time the players who have more influence on the squad. So Arteta doesn't want to put William on the bench because he doesn't want another Ozil. because that is a very big problem at Arsenal. We have a lot of players that we need to get rid of. David Luiz. David Luiz was a mistake, in my opinion. He is a
He was.
mistake.
Yeah, he
He
was.
is a
He
mistake.
was. Definitely, he
Yeah.
was, man.
Yes.
He was.
Cost us,
He
yeah.
is the
Yeah.
mistake of the old regime. And Arteta, we always hear we're moving forward, but we're not getting rid of the bad players. Each
So, guys,
season,
Yes,
we buy
that's true.
players we don't get rid of. We
Yeah.
never
Look.
negotiate players to get rid of, and that's the big problem
So-
with Arsenal.
Okay, if that's the problem, and we agree, do we also agree that it's going to take Arsenal another 4-5 transfer windows to get back to where we need to be?
No.
Should we keep Mikel Arteta
Nah.
and
No.
and give him 5 transfer windows?
No, he only needs 2. This January transfer window and the next season. He will
Nolan,
buy the
Nolan,
players.
please.
How-
Nolan, please.
How would
Nolan,
you drive?
please.
How would you drive?
Please.
How would you
Please.
drive? How would you drive out almost 20 players in 2 transfer windows, Nolan?
Because, for example, Ozil is the worst influence, I'm sure, on the side. His wages, his time at Arsenal is ending because his due date is ending. I don't know how to explain. I know in French, but I don't know in English. But his contract date is expiring. That's a big problem. Ozil is gonna leave. Aubameyang is a good influence on the side. He will return. If we buy 2 or 3 another key player who will play for the shirt, the mentality of the squad will change. The rotten
You know what?
players will be rotten out because even if they are in the squad, if you have Sergio Ramos is in that squad, I can assure you, Cozy, now, if Sergio Ramos is in that squad, Messi wouldn't dare speak a word to other teammates because he would be afraid of the man. So we just need 3 very good players that can change the whole mood. If we get Hussein Mawar, a right winger, and a
Yeah,
and a
agree.
good see 2 central midfielders, in my opinion, and a center back and a right winger, that is our transfer, and we will be back to the old Arsenal, and we can challenge. I'm sure
Yeah.
of it. And if you object, please continue.
Yeah, because when you look at this Arsenal team, yeah,
Mm.
the front 3 are not as, maybe you could say, Pepe at times.
Mm.
They're not inventive enough.
Pepe is a
So
mistake.
like, then Pepe.
Let him finish. Let him
Yeah.
finish.
When you look at these players, yeah, they're not like the front 3 are not inventive enough. So when you put Aubameyang on the left, they all know, okay, he's just gonna cut in and then cross it. What we need, I agree with what my man said, is we need a left winger as well, a front 3 that is creative enough, so at times they can, improvise and not just do the regular things. The problem with Willian, when you look at Willian, he's very predictable. Like as soon as he gets the ball, just passes it. He doesn't really take it on himself to create something. The drive, you don't see nothing. You don't really see anything there. Maybe Pepe sometimes, and yeah, we just need a trap. And one thing as well, we're missing a Cazorla type of player, and we're missing a Ramsey type of player. So like a midfielder who can get you goals, but a midfielder also who
How
can
about
also receive the ball
Emil
from deep.
Smith Rowe? Emil Smith Rowe.
Or
As a
Emil
right-
Smith Rowe is an injury player. Injured every time. He is fake hype. The players we need is Soziobol they just bought him RB Leipzig, but we really need it. Soziobol, I don't know how to spell his name.
Suppose
And
like
he came a while.
he has already
Yeah.
gone to RB Leipzig, brother.
Yes,
I mean,
because
yeah.
because I have heard I watch because I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga, but what I have seen of him in Mallet or the Austrian league, but what I have heard of him from some of my mates is that he can cut inside like Aubameyang. He can put a ball. He can run a man. He can hit a ball in behind. He can play like Ozil. He can cut inside like Aubameyang. He was the player we needed, and a good right winger, a solid right winger like Adama Traore, who put those balls in, and a solid number 9 who can head them in, who can score them. because we need that. Aubameyang, sorry, Arsenal fans, I might injure some of you, but Aubameyang and Pepe need to go. Aubameyang, I'm sure
This man is
Aubameyang.
having
got
enough.
his
I've had
paycheck.
enough.
You will see.
Aubameyang.
He's an
Sorry,
Ozil.
I've had enough
He's
of
an
this
Ozil
man.
waiting to happen,
Because he
Cozy.
speaks
He's an
Aubameyang.
Ozil waiting to happen.
Outer
Yes,
nonsense.
Cozy.
Aubameyang, the person
In
that,
1
the
hour and
person
15
that
minutes
won us the FA
that
Cup
you've
last
been
year,
here,
you
and
want him
this
to go.
man has been
No,
baffling.
no, I have my
Absolute
own reasons.
nonsense.
Is that we paid him too much. Once a
Aubameyang is the
player
only
is paid,
reason. Aubameyang is the only reason why Arsenal won relegation battling last year. But now he stopped
yes,
scoring. Now clubs are starting to realise they need to block off Aubameyang's side, and now look what's happening. We have no goal
no, no,
scorers.
no, no. It's not. Aubameyang's problem is that every time when you look at him, he has been influenced by the money and he's aging. If you Alexis Sanchez, what a marvelous player he was for us. 500k at Man U. Where is he now?
I may
Where
speak,
is he now? Let
but
me
please
bloody
shut
finish.
up.
Where is he
Shut
now?
up.
Messi
You
Ozil,
baffle
a fantastic
absolute
player,
shit.
a creative
Absolute
player,
shit.
a dangerous
Outer
player.
nonsense.
No, no, let me finish. Messi Ozil, if you look at him, he was a special player. But once he touched that money, he never looked back. So money influences players in a bad way, and we have paid him too much.
Shut up.
380k
Shut up.
is just a bit too much.
Shut up. Shut up.
No,
You're
then,
probably
you
one of
little
those
mud, you
fans
little bloody
begging
prat.
Aubameyang on his DMs to stay, and now you're baffling. Get Aubameyang out.
It's not buffering. It's
I
looking
guarantee you,
at
when we won the FA Cup at the end of the
This
season, I
man,
bet you were
this
begging
man was
Aubameyang to
in
stay.
Aubameyang's DMs, begging him to stay, and now he's baffling out.
but not for
100%.
380k. But not for 380k, so that he can go out, buy Lambos, party all night, and become another Alexis Sanchez, another Ozil. Tell me a player who has been overpaid and he has been for me.
Okay,
Paul
Nolan,
Pogba
Nolan.
gets 350k. Now where is he? He's an absolute shite of a player, Paul
Nolan,
Pogba.
name me one player, yeah, that was better than Aubameyang last season.
What? No,
Name me
no, no, no,
one
no.
player
Last season he was
better
a
than Aubameyang
fantastic
last season.
player. He is overpaid. Once a player is overpaid, he will never look back. And I've seen it so many times in football.
I can assure
Never
you,
a player
except that
Cristiano Ronaldo
Nolan,
and Lionel
Nolan,
Messi, the players who are
Nolan
overpaid,
wasn't
never
on Edu's
bloody
DM
succeed. And I've
telling him
seen
to
it
pay
so many
Aubameyang
times. Susie.
500k a week.
Who?
500k a week
To
in
who?
Edu's DMs. I can assure you.
No. That was Troops. Troops secured Aubameyang's bag. Now Aubameyang is falling off.
Guys,
Once you
Because
pay a
what's your
player
thought?
too
What are your
much money,
thoughts on Aubameyang?
Oh, this man
Nolan,
is utter nonsense.
Nolan.
yes.
Nolan, Zoom, Philip. I think, look, Aubameyang, I almost thought like he was getting too comfortable. But the problem was when he got that
Too
chance
much
against Southampton, I was like, no, we are not getting him in the areas he has to get that ball. When you look at that goal he scored against Southampton,
Who creates the chances? Who
mo-
creates the chances
most of the
for
goals,
Aubameyang to score?
most of the goals he scored last season, those are his goals. Get him in the right area. He's not, because his characteristic is he's clinical,
Mikel
and that's why.
No,
Arteta's
Cozy.
tactics.
Aubameyang has
It's
stopped
Mikel
running.
Arteta's tactics.
Aubameyang,
Playing him off
if
the
you look
left.
at his game,
Oh,
if you look at his heat map, Cozy, Aubameyang has stopped running. We
Now,
needed
look,
runners
last
in
season-
behind,
No, he hasn't.
in behind,
Nolan,
in
Nolan,
behind.
Nolan,
I've had
Nolan.
enough.
Yes, Cozy.
No.
Nolan.
Yes.
Wait, Nolan.
Yes.
If you say Aubameyang has stopped running, one,
Yes.
we don't have players that are releasing those balls for him. That is one.
WWE.
Secondly,
Well said,
we,
Kosi, well
we
said.
don't play counter-attacking football. We will sit back, but when we get the ball, we pass it back. We wait for the enemy.
listen.
Cozy, I understand what you mean.
we-
Cozy, I understand what you mean. But
Yeah.
even if you play basic football, I have played through youth academies, but I have not made it. As you can see, I'm talking to you. I have not made it. But every striker, I can tell you, Cozy, when I was a striker, when they tell me I was a striker, even if your team is not playing well, you make runs into the box, you make runs back, you create easy passing options so that your teammates can pass you.
Nolan,
You get
listen.
in behind. You
Shut
make,
up, Nolan,
you make
please,
runs,
please,
T-runs,
Nolan, listen.
please, please,
you make different
please,
types of runs.
please. If you make the runs, no one's going to pass it to you.
Exactly.
No,
You
Nolan,
have
listen.
their
yes,
head
they
up
are.
except for
Yes, they are.
Xhaka.
Danny
Nolan.
Ceballos, Danny Ceballos, Kobe.
Danny
Danny
Ceballos,
Ceballos.
Oh
Danny,
my
Danny
God.
let me
Ceballos
finish. No,
Nolan.
let me
passing
bloody finish.
sideways.
I know what you mean, but let me
Shut up.
finish.
Shut
For a
up.
350k a striker,
Because you have
I
to
can
fix
tell
this,
you
man.
he could make an easy backline run, and Ceballos can just hit the ball up in the sky. He's a decent player. I think he can bloody hit the ball in behind. Aubameyang could run and score at least once or twice. This
Nolan.
season,
Nolan.
Aubameyang's goals have been penalties and
Kosi,
deflections in the box.
I
No,
know,
Nolan,
no,
but
no, no,
Nolan,
no,
listen,
Kosi.
man.
Nolan,
Please,
Look,
You
I've
will
had
see.
enough of this man.
You
Aubameyang,
will see.
I've had
Aubameyang
enough
last
of this
season,
man.
yeah. Listen,
He's
Aubameyang
blasting
last season was
absolute
getting so
nonsense.
many chances. Aubameyang last season was getting so many chances, like each game. He was getting at least
He,
4 goals
he
straight
was
from
great.
each
He
game.
was.
Now
He
look at
was.
this season. How many chances, like clear-cut chances, is he getting this season?
No, no, no,
they're
no.
not
If
so
you
Got
don't
many,
one.
make
but
the runs,
they're
Got
not
one
so
no,
many,
no,
against.
no,
man.
no, no,
Got one
man.
against
If you
Southampton,
don't
and he
make the
scored it.
runs, you won't get the chances. It's clear and obvious to see.
Nolan out.
not
If
Big
getting the
up.
you don't
side.
make
Big up.
bloody
He's not
runs,
Big
getting the
up. I
side.
said Gunners. Nolan out. Big up.
no, no, no,
Look,
no, no. If you
look,
Cozy,
Nolan,
they are
Nolan,
telling me
Nolan,
you
I
don't.
Nolan,
let
wait,
Yes,
Cozy
Cozy.
speak.
Nolan, wait, Nolan, wait. Do you
Yes,
agree that
Cozy.
Alexander? Do you agree that Lacazette has missed more chances than Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang playing through the middle
Yes,
while Aubameyang is
yes.
playing on the left?
But
Yeah.
why do you think? Why do you
Aubameyang
think?
is a player that can
Why?
give
Let me
service to
bloody
players.
finish.
That's why Lacazette is getting
1 minute. This
chances.
is a very good point. Why do you think Alexander Lacazette is getting more chances? Because he's
Because
making the runs.
he
I see him
plays
in
him
games.
through the middle. He plays him through the middle and
No,
plays Aubameyang to the left.
Aubameyang has played the same amount of games through the middle than Alexander Lacazette. Go check it out,
No,
Cozy.
Shut up.
I'm
Shut
sure
Lacazette.
of
up.
it.
No,
Absolute nonsense of a fact.
No, no, no.
It's
Lacazette
false.
was
It's a
being
false
dropped.
fact.
He was being
No,
subbed.
no.
He was being
You're
subbed for
speaking
30.
absolute
No, no,
nonsense
no, no.
because
Okay,
Aubameyang
Cozy.
has been
No,
Cozy.
playing.
no,
If
Aubameyang
he
was
was
playing
making
left
the
wing,
runs,
left wing. He was playing left
Aubameyang.
wing.
not
When
every
Lacazette
game.
is playing
Not every
striker,
game.
when
No.
Lacazette is
Not
playing
every
No,
game.
striker,
don't you
he
dare
has
say it.
Aubameyang
Don't
left
Not
you
wing,
dare
every
and
say
game.
Aubameyang supplies the ball to
Not every
Lacazette. That's the
game.
only reason
Can
Lacazette gets
someone
those
please
chances.
in the live chat? Someone help us out, man. Someone help us out. Go look up.
Nolan, how many times have you seen Aubameyang play through the middle this season?
Exactly. The only reason Lacazette
Nolan,
gets
you
chances
twat.
is because Aubameyang is left wing, so Aubameyang can
Go on,
easily
you twat.
supply
You
Lacazette.
see, when you look at the goal Lacazette scored against West Ham,
Aubameyang crossed it.
Aubameyang created that goal, right?
Yep.
Yes.
When you look at all the chances that have been coming through to Alexander Lacazette, Aubameyang and Xhaka have a hand because all those chances have been coming from the left, and you guys know that, right?
The left. Always to the left. To the left.
The left.
also-
That's Mikel
Cozy.
Arteta's problem. That's
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta's
Cozy.
problem.
Yeah,
If we had a
yes, Philip.
decent manager,
Philip,
that's why I want.
Zoom, let Philip. Zoom,
Okay,
let Philip
okay,
speak.
go on, Philip.
Yeah.
Because thank you. All the Arsenal fans, yeah, they're all saying Lacazette should leave because of all the chances he's missing. But he's getting the chances because Aubameyang has quality on the left-hand side. And I guarantee you, if Aubameyang got the chances Lacazette got, he would be on so many goals this season.
But you have to
I wouldn't
make
say
the
that.
runs to
I
get the
wouldn't say that.
chances.
But
People don't
Look at the
understand.
chances he misses against
Finish.
Burnley. You see
Let
that?
me finish.
He was free-
If players,
Against Burnley, he was 5 yards out of the goal and he hit it straight at Nick Pope.
yes.
yes, I know Lacazette is a bad striker. I'm not debating that Lacazette is a good striker, but he makes the runs. If people can
Lacazette
find
makes the run.
Lacazette
You twat.
in our middle
You
of the
twat.
park,
You've never
and I'm
watched
sure
Arsenal play.
they can
You've
find
never watched
Aubameyang.
Arsenal play.
Aubameyang.
If you're saying that,
It's because he's not making the runs,
Wait,
and it's clear as daylight to see.
Cossy, please.
Yes, Philip. Yes, Philip.
Please let me talk.
My friend wants to
If
join.
Lacazette wants to play as number 9, he should need a technical quality, which he doesn't have. Look at Firmino; he has a technical quality as number 9. That's the reason, like they're making him as a false 9. But Lacazette doesn't have the technical quality for false 9.
Cozy, can you put the link
Nathan
for
wants to
the
join.
call in the chat? Because my friend wants to join.
Nathan wants to join, Cozy. Nathan wants
already
to join,
on the
Cozy,
chat.
if you want to. Nathan, our man.
Okay. If you want to join, the link is there.
Yeah, one thing I'd like
The
to
link's
say.
there.
Yes,
Cossy,
Nathan
one thing
wants to
I'd
join,
like to
Cozy.
say. And why
My man wanted to join. I don't know where he's at now.
Pepe,
But Cozy, please,
why I
please.
trust Pepe?
If players,
Let me
tell you
Come
something.
on, Nolan, let me
If players
finish, please.
can create for Alexander Lacazette, why won't they create for Aubameyang? No one.
So-
Every time I speak with Arsenal fans, they don't want to answer that simple question, Cozy. If players can create for Lacazette, why can they not create for Aubameyang?
Because
But-
Aubameyang is not playing down the middle.
Wait. One thing I want to tell Nolan is most of the chances we have as a club are coming from the left. And who is playing on the left? It is Tierney, Xhaka, and Aubameyang. So if you have those
Yes.
three creating the chances, that means Aubameyang's not creating the chances, but he's creating them now. You get me?
Aubameyang is not creating chances, Cozy.
And that's why our forwards are
Zach-
missing so many chances.
Cozy.
You know,
Aubameyang is not creating.
Would you sell
chances.
Lacazette?
Statistically, you were telling me statistically, Aubameyang is not creating chances. He's away
would
from
I
the
sell-
left.
would I sell
You
Lacazette?
don't- he doesn't make the run.
Please.
Yeah, Cozy, I'm
Please,
asking. Would you sell
God, let me
Lacazette?
talk. Let me.
No, right now, if you ask me, would you sell Lacazette? Even in the summer, I said it. I would rather sell Lacazette, get someone I can, go
I'll
out there and
keep
get a clinical striker.
I'll keep him.
Aubameyang could
He's
be
fighting.
a
He's
striker,
fighting.
Cozy.
He
But he
presses.
just
He's
doesn't want to be.
fighting.
You know. But anyway, wait, guys, Dinero, what do you think? Is Aubameyang infected with the money? He doesn't care anymore, or you think it's not the chances that he's getting? Because at Southampton he gets that chance, and you feel like he's the old Aubameyang we know. What do you think is what's up with Aubameyang?
I think with Aubameyang, I think you know what is last season. I don't know.
No service.
No, this season, I think teams know that that's the goal scorer. They said, make sure you stay on him, and he's just there isolated. So he's not been getting the chances. I mean, at Southampton, that was the only one. I think that was a nice pass from Eddie Nketiah.
My man.
But
People have been man-marking Marcus Rashford.
I don't think.
Where is he now?
Exactly.
Marcus Rashford. United fans don't want to give him. My brother is a United supporter, so I know a bit about Marcus Rashford, and I can tell you he's a special player. But he makes the runs, and they pass him. And United fans don't want to give him 250,000 a week. And we give Aubameyang
Nolan,
380K a week.
Nolan, we don't have
People want to
Bruno
mark
Fernandes at
Marcus Rashford. It doesn't work.
But again,
He's too fast.
Nolan,
Yeah.
you're talking about
We don't
you're
have
talking about
Bruno
I don't
Fernandes.
know.
at
If we
Arsenal.
sold Aubameyang, who would you replace him with?
I'll place him with Edward. Edward.
Edward. He's not on the level of Aubameyang.
what about
Celtic
Nolan?
guy.
Nolan, if
Can
you
I
sold
say
Aubameyang, if you
Can
sold
I say
Aubameyang,
something? Can
Yeah.
I say
Yes.
something?
yeah.
Who would I get?
It's about Pepe, Nicolas Pepe.
Victor Osimhen.
And why is
Do you know him? He was in the French league before. Victor Osimhen.
He's
he
similar
just
to
joined.
Aubameyang.
He's going to be
Yeah,
too expensive. He went to
Yes.
Napoli for
You
like
know Victor
70 million.
Osimhen? What
Yeah,
a
I know,
talent
man.
he is.
Yeah.
What a talent he is.
The most expensive
can
African
Pedro
player right
He's
now.
cost too much. He's going to cost too much.
Victor Osimhen.
He cost
My
Napoli
man,
70
my
million
black
pounds.
brother.
Arsenal will never spend
What
that.
a
Arsenal
player
will never
he
spend
is.
that money again.
He can hit the ball into the net. He can bypass the player because he has got some crazy pace. And he can score a goal like I have never seen.
But no,
He plays in the
Aubameyang
Italian
is the
league.
man
The Italian
to
league is different to the
but
Premier
he's a
League.
very good talent.
you know what? He's
And
got
one to
Aubameyang,
look
though.
for. Sorry?
Aubameyang. He's
Aubameyang
like,
31, mate. Aubameyang 31.
he's more of those players
31.
that he's not a natural number 9 that will get the ball